Hi, welcome to Expert Boxing. This is Nancy Garcia. I'm the 2019 State Golden Gloves champ, and I was also the National Golden Gloves runner-up champ. Okay, so I want to introduce y'all to one of my favorite combos. So I'm an orthodox fighter. I have my right leg back, hands are up, okay? So there's certain numbers to each punch, but I'll just break it down to what the actual punch is. So it's gonna be a jab, followed by a rear hook, and a lead hook, okay? And really, I like this combination because you're leveling yourself. You're starting off with the jab, and I also take my head off the center line. So I'm not open. So if they're gonna counter me, my head isn't, in the spot to be countered. So I slip my head to the side starting off. So it's a step jab with the slip, and then you're gonna go down to their body, throwing a rear hook, and if you land on one side, you can land to the other side. And really, I'll keep throwing until I see a reaction from my opponent. Now, if I see that they're gonna counter me, I'll go underneath it, roll out, and then jab my way out, okay? So it's one of my favorite combos. It's just a jab, hook, hook. It's a good way to go up high and then go work your way down to the body. All right, so I'm gonna look for the jab. I'm moving my head side to side. I'm here, bop, 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 roll, jab, jab. All right, so a few tips when you throw this, okay? Your range is really important to not smother yourself, but to also smother your opponent's hands so they can't strike you. So you wanna step in, throw the jab to their head, and now when you're going to the body, your weight distribution is gonna be on this lead foot. So you're gonna throw that hook on the outside. So you don't wanna arm punch them, right? You don't wanna throw here. The way you're gonna affect, the way it's gonna be to where they can feel the punch is if you're actually digging into the body, okay? Pivot your rear foot. If you land on one side, you can land to the other side here, okay? Now be aware of their hands. It's really hard for them to punch and attack you, but if they are, they're gonna throw a hook. So you just look for it and roll underneath. Now, if you don't know which way to roll, it's to the outside of their shoulder. So if he's using this hand here, I'm gonna go here. But like, let's say he's gonna throw a lead hook at me instead, okay? So if he's gonna throw the lead hook, so that's your rear hook, but if he's gonna throw the lead hook, then I'm gonna roll to this side. And it's always good to finish with your jabs. You can go high, you can go low, however you feel is best. But just make sure when you first start off, take your head off the center line, okay? Tip number 2, it's so important to look at their chest when you're striking. So I don't ever really look at my opponent's eyes. If I look at their chest, I can see their feet, I can see their shoulders. There's all these little micro movements that's gonna go on. So I'm here, I'm throwing my jab, looking at their chest, seeing where the openings are, and I'm shooting to the outside of their elbow, and then looking for that hook and that counter so I can roll my way out. All right, tip number 3, shoulder placement, okay? You have to rotate these shoulders. So when you're throwing your hook, you're kind of pulling back your lead side when you throw it. So when you're throwing the hook, you're pulling this shoulder back, boom, right here, all right? Try not to pick it up too much. So when you're gonna throw, try not to dip down and pick up this way, just go horizontal, okay? So you're here. All right, so yeah, as far as the shoulder goes, so I'm gonna dip down, I'm turning my shoulder here, I'm throwing the hook, and I'm going straight across. So you're kind of whipping this, oh, sorry, that was really hard. All right, so rear shoulder is moving forward, lead shoulders moving back. So you're just rotating and keeping this hand up towards your cheekbone. Boom. All right, so you wanna make sure that you pull one shoulder forward, the other shoulder's back, instead of like kind of lifting up the shoulder and throwing that hook. So you want to try to avoid lifting up this way and throwing your hook and popping up. You want to sit down on your punch, pull your shoulder blade back, and aim right here, and then reset. Boom. Reset. Okay. All right, thanks for listening. That's all I have for you today. I'm Nancy Garcia. You can follow me on Instagram at nancy_garcia.tx.